This is video. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I'm not stupid. I never said you were. Kid, I'm serious. What is wrong? Do you have any idea what tomorrow is? Sunday? Tomorrow is the anniversary of Dad's death. Oh, that. Yeah, that. Look, kid, I love Dad, and I miss him a lot. But why can't you let it go that he's dead? You don't know why it's harder for me that he's dead. Well, I know you and Dad were close and everything. I really don't want to talk about it. Come in. Dolls, it's getting a bit late, isn't it? Sorry, Mom. Alright. I want you guys to put your computers away. Don't forget we're visiting your grandmother in the morning. Okay. Night, Mom. Good night. Good night, kid. Good night, Mom. Go to sleep, girls. Okay. Kid. What? Are you gonna be okay tonight? Why wouldn't I be? Well, you said yourself that you're bothered because tomorrow's the day that Dad died. Look, I really don't want to talk about it, okay? Just go to sleep. Okay, good night.
Kid. Kid, get up.
Dad, what are you doing here?
What kind of a greeting's that?
You're supposed to be dead. What are you doing here?
Do I look dead to you?
I don't know what a dead person's supposed to look like.
You should know.
What do you mean?
It was your fault I died in the fire.
Look, I told you I didn't mean to kill you.
Well, you did. I'll never forgive you for this.
Well, can you be mad at me back in heaven or something? Or did you go to the other place?
Oh, you're really funny, kid.
Look, Dad, I didn't mean to kill you. I really didn't. It was an accident.
Yeah? Well, so was this.
Oh my God. It's just a bad dream. Kid? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. No, you're not. What's wrong? I just had a bad dream. Really. I'm fine. What was it about? Nothing. I don't want to talk about it. You know I'm not going to leave you alone until you tell me. Do you have to know every bit of my business? No, but you're my sister, and of course I need to know your business. We share the same room, don't we? Fine. I had a bad dream about Dad. You dreamt about what actually happened? Not really. I mean, I dreamt he came back and he was blaming me for killing. What did happen the day of the fire? I mean, I'm glad I was at my friend's house. Yeah, I envy you. Sorry. Well, look, at the day of the fire, Dad and I were baking cookies in the kitchen. And then the phone rang and I forgot to turn the gas up off the stove because the phone call was Natalia calling me. And I forgot to turn the gas off. And when I was baking the cookies, Dad had just gone to get a nap. And I left the house and left the cookies going. And that's how the fire happened. But where does Dad play in the picture? He never woke up from his nap. It was my fault because I left the timer on. Kid, I didn't know you went through something like that. Yeah, well, now you know. Is that why the death is harder on you than it is on me and Mom? I'm guessing. Look, kid, it wasn't your fault. Look, I really don't want to talk about this anymore. Just go back to sleep. I'm fine. Good night. Why is this checkout taking forever? Hey, Kit? Hey, Kit. Hey, Natalia, what are you doing here? Last time I looked, it was a grocery store and it was a free country. Sorry. You know, your sister texted me. What? Kate texted me. She seemed really worried about you. So you and Kate were talking about my business behind my back? Well, not exactly. She just said she's worried about you. She said every year you're like this. Yeah, it's the day that my dad died. Yeah, I know. Kate told me that you blamed yourself for his death. I do. I mean, if I hadn't left the oven going when I went to my friend's house, Dad would still be alive. Why couldn't it have been me who died instead of them? Don't talk like that. Do you want them to 302 you? To be honest, I'd be better off there. Stop it. I don't want to hear that kind of talk. I know that you feel guilty about it. And nothing I say is going to change that, right? I don't know. It was just an accident, Kit. Your father would want you to be happy. Look, can you save the preaching for church, please? I'm serious. Why can't you just get through your head that it wasn't your fault? You weren't there when it happened. You don't even know. You never even knew my dad. You're right, I didn't, but by the way you and Kate talked about him, he seemed like a nice guy. You only know him through mine and Kate's talk about him. You never actually met him. So how can you tell me that he still loves me? Because he's your father. I know my father still loves me. Are you trying to torture me? I'm not trying to do anything except to reassure you that you don't have to blame yourself for what happened. Look, I really don't want to talk about this anymore, okay? I gotta get the milk and go before it spoils. Kit? Mom, I'm back. In here, honey. Did you get the milk? Yeah, I put it in the refrigerator. Okay. I need to talk to you, Mom. Sure, honey, about what? You know why I have such a hard time this time of year when it comes to dealing with Dad's death? Why? It was my fault he died, Mom. Kit. No, really, it was. I mean, Dad, he was sleeping while I was making the cookies. And then I left, and I left the oven on, and it's my fault. Honey, it was just an accident. I wish people would stop telling me that. I know it was an accident, but it was an accident that killed my dad. Honey, maybe we should take you to therapy. I am not seeing a therapist, okay? That's totally out of the question. Stop talking to me about therapists. I am not seeing it. All right, I get your point. What you do need to do is try to get rid of the guilt. I can't. I mean, honey, do you think your father would want you to be down on yourself all the time because he's not around anymore? I don't know. I think you do know. Your father would want you to be happy. He wouldn't want you to live the rest of your life in guilt. Your father loved you. And I loved him. And if I loved him, I wouldn't have... Stop it, Kit. You really need to get it into your head that it wasn't your fault. I know that in my head, but in my heart, I don't. I know, honey. I miss your father too, and your sister misses your father too. Yeah, but the death affected me mostly because of what happened. I was there. I know, honey. But your father would not want you to be beating yourself up over it. How would you know what he would want? Honey, I dated your father in high school. We never saw each other. We never saw anybody else since then. You and Dad knew each other in high school? Mm-hmm. Our senior year, we began to date. We went to college together, and when I went to law school and he went to a school for sports, I don't remember what school it was, but, well, anyway, even though we were in separate colleges, we still wrote letters, we talked on the phone, and we never let our long distance from each other, we never let that affect our friendship. Friendship? Relationship, you know what I'm trying to say. Kit, You have to realize that it wasn't your fault. Mom, I can't let go of that. Just can't. Oh my God. Kate? Hey! I really need to talk to you. Can it wait till after the video? No. Fine, let me just pause it. What's up? Why did you call Natalia and tell her about me? Natalia told you that I texted her? Yeah. Why'd you do that? Natalia's my friend. Hey, look, I like Natalia too. And the only reason why I texted her about it is because I'm worried. You won't talk to anybody about whatever happened with you and Dad. Maybe it's nobody else's business. Well, it's mine and Mom's business. For your information, I told both you and Mom what happened that day. But I'm not going to go to every friend I have and shout it from the rooftops, you know? Well, no one expects you to, but I think you really need to let go of your guilt. I can't. We'll try. Dad wouldn't want you to be so hard on yourself. He would want you to be happy and be the kid that he always knew and loved, that we all knew and loved. I mean, you're fine most of the time, but this time of year you're always like this. Like you're so down and you irritable and you can't sleep. Yeah, I know. But, look, I know you're upset about Dad. Mom and I miss him too. But you have to learn to go on with your life. How can I go on with my life knowing that I lost a parent because of my stupidity? You're not stupid, kid. You made a mistake. Dad would want you to be happy. I mean, I know me and Mom want you to be happy. I'm sure your friends want you to be happy. I mean, are we going to go through this every year for the rest of our lives? Maybe you're right. But I do miss Dad. We miss him too. But he's always going to be in our memories. Nobody can take them away. You can't change what happened on the day that he died. But what you can change is your outlook on him. How did you become so smart about this? I do my homework. I study. Maybe you're right. But I really do miss him. I know you do. But like I said, he'd want us to be happy. I know. Here, I gotta show you something. What? A photo of him? Yeah, take a look at this. It's a picture of me and Dad on Father's Day a couple years ago. You kept this? Yeah. It helps me remember him. I want you to have it. The picture? Yeah. You seem to need it a little more than I do. How about we share the picture? Sounds great. Girls, come in for lunch, okay? Come on, let's go eat. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I just need a minute. Bye, Dad.